Hi, I'm going to talk to you about good hip stretches to do to help you protect your back. My name is Roxanne Meldrum and I'm a physical therapist with PT Health Academy. I cannot say it often enough. If we could replace bending with hinging and squatting, we could build healthier, stronger, more resilient spines and have less low back pain. However, in order to do those hinges and those squats, you really need to have good mobility, good flexibility in your hips to make that happen. So I want to show you a couple stretches that will help your hips move better so you can effectively hinge and squat. The first stretch is a knee to chest stretch. You're going to pull your knee up towards your chest, standing up nice and tall, so don't round towards your leg. You're going to do 10 to 15 of those on both sides. Now, doing this stretch in standing can offer the added benefit of additional stretch to even the stance leg. It does happen a little bit in laying, but I think it's better in standing. Keep that stance leg straight. Don't let that knee bend, and you'll also get a good stretch in the front of that leg as well as the stretch on the side that you're moving. Another thing to consider, when you pull your knee to chest, pull it out to the side just a little bit instead of straight ahead. Straight ahead, it tends to be a little bit more pinchy in the front. On the outside, you get a little bit more range. It's a little bit more comfortable. It's also where we squat anyway. We don't squat with our feet together where our knees come straight up. They kind of go out to the sides a little bit, so that's the angle you want to stretch in. And finally, if you feel a little off balance, nothing wrong with leaning up against the car, the wall, the garage door, whatever you need to, so you don't have to worry about your balance and you can really focus on getting all that good motion in your hip. Now, the second stretch requires you to sit down. I'm going to sit on the stairs, but you can sit on a flipped over bucket or the bumper on the back of your car. When you sit down, I want you to put your feet shoulder width apart as if you're going to squat. You're going to sit up nice and tall, ears, shoulders, hips in line, and you're going to hinge forward as far as you can in your hips and come back up. And again, you're going to do that 10 to 15 times to try to loosen up those hips to prepare them for the squatting you need them to do while you're working in the yard. Now, if you have your yardstick nearby, that's always a good cue. The yardstick hits your head, your upper back, and your low back, and that's a good cue to make sure that your low back stays in that good, nice, pristine position and you don't inadvertently start to round to gain more range. Now, your goal is to be able to get your elbows to your knees with your back, again, staying flat without any rounding. And if you're rounding, that's not a problem in your spine. It's, again, because your hips are tight, and this stretch is really great, and that's going to help you loosen up your hips. Now, you might find that one bout of stretching helps you improve your mobility enough to get down in this good position, or it might take you a couple weeks of work, or maybe a month or more, depending on how tight your hips are. But keep at it. A little bit of stretching every day can go a long way. If you found this tip helpful, please like and subscribe. That goes a long way in helping my small business grow. Thank you so much for listening.